If you want to know how I prepared this delicious meal, keep on watching. Hey family, welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for watching today. Today is number 4 of the $5 or less mukbang. Today is going to be a vegetarian dish, okay? This is called steamed cabbage, and this is something that we make in Jamaica when you just want to eat something that without meat, okay? So what you're going to need to make this is going to be broccoli. You can add broccoli if you want. You're going to need a head of cabbage. You're going to need green pepper, onions, scotch bonnet pepper if you like it spicy, a scallion, a tomato, an orange pepper, a red pepper, and I think I said green pepper. You're going to need a onion. You're going to need some carrots and a few pieces of garlic. You're also going to need thyme. And the seasonings that you're going to need is adobo, seasoned salt, allspice, Everglades, black pepper, and to taste, you can add some salt after you've added everything and see how it tastes. So I'm going to show you guys how to put this together. And this is also for our family that does not eat meat. This is another option for you guys if you want to add this to your menu. Family, okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take off all of the old pieces off of your cabbage. And you want to make sure that you have a nice firm cabbage. You can also use Napa cabbage as well. You can even use purple cabbage. That will taste just as good. And you can even mix the two or the three. You can use purple, this kind, and Napa cabbage, and it can come out just as delicious. So I like to take off a few of the layers just to make sure that, you know, I'm getting to the good part and I'm not eating the one that has been exposed. Now we are going to wash this cabbage after we cut it up, but the first thing you're going to do is just cut it in half. This is how I do it to make it easier to manage. I just cut it in half. You want to make sure that your knife is nice and sharp to make it a lot more easier to manage. And then this part right here, I don't know if you guys can see that, but this part right here is very tough and it's not really that good to be eat. It's like not edible. So I like to cut that out. That's how I do mine. I cut it out just like that. And then you have it looking like this. Okay, and then you see you still have cabbage here. So because I don't want to waste anything, I cut that off just until I get to this part. And I discard that. And then I have a bowl over here where I put all of my cabbage. And then you're just going to simply just make long cuts. You don't want them to be too thin and you don't want them to be too thick. You want it to be in the middle, but we like it to be long. Okay, you don't want it to be too short. So that's how you're going to cut it. So it's going to be long strips like that. You see how long that is? That's how we're going to cut it. And this is how much a half of cabbage brings. And you may say that's a lot, but remember it reduces down. So I am actually going to cut up the whole cabbage. I'm going to do the same thing again. Now this is a very, very quick meal, especially for during the week. If you want something quick for the kids to eat, and it's very healthy for you because it's all vegetable. So this is very, very good. It takes no time because cabbage cooks so quickly, about 10-15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes for us because we don't like our cabbage to be softy. We like our cabbage to have a firmness to it, so al dente, if I must say. Okay, so I have my carrots here, my garlic over there. I have my carrots here, so I'm just going to cut off the ends. And we're just going to peel the carrot, nothing to it. And then we're just going to cut it up in circles. Now we're going to cut up all of the ingredients, the green peppers. Don't waste anything. We keep everything. Okay. And we're gonna make these into long strips. We're not gonna cut them as small. Make them into long strips. Since this is all about the vegetable, nice long strips, just like that. Simple. Now all of these vegetables have been washed prior to cutting them up. You definitely want to wash your vegetables before you start cutting them up. And then I have a half of tomato here. Now your tomato can be cut a little bit smaller. Now we have some thyme here. Okay. And then your garlic. The broccoli and the scallion. I just press them apart. I don't really chop them up. Now you want to make sure that you wash these, okay? So when I cut these up, I'm actually going to cut them up. And these, you can still use these, but I'm not going to use them today. I sometimes cut them like that until I get all of the hard skin off, and I cut them in circles. But I'm not going to use them today. I just want the florets, and that's okay. I will save them for another time. And you just cut them. You just follow the path of the broccoli. The broccoli has an opening. You see how the broccoli has an opening right here? You just cut it just like that. That's the best way to cut a broccoli. Okay. The broccoli and the cabbage, in the pot last because they cook fast. Okay. And then I have my Scotch bonnet pepper. I'm gonna just do 2 at first. So these are all the ingredients that I cut up, and we're going to take it to the pot. You see how that looks? Doesn't that look good? Yes. Ooh. We're gonna take it to the pot and saute these in some coconut oil. So we are back, and again we have coconut oil. So my pot has been on for a little bit now. I'm gonna put the coconut oil inside, and you see how quick that melts? It's amazing. Look at that. Wow. I'm gonna put just 2 big spoons. And we're gonna wait for that to come to a nice heat, let everything melt, and then we're gonna add our vegetable in the pot, along with the carrot. Because carrot takes a little bit longer to cook than the broccoli and the cabbage. So you wanna put it in with everything else right now. Look how beautiful that looks. Look how beautiful that looks. Oh my goodness. But you see how the thyme is facing down? You see how it's facing, you see how the petals are facing down? It's facing this way, down. If you try to pull the thyme off, it's not gonna come off because it's already facing down. But if you turn it upside down like that, and you see how now they're facing up, now when you take it and you pull it back, everything comes off, okay? That's the easiest way to peel thyme. Now what I like to do is I like to season my pot a couple of times. I'm adding in some allspice. I'm gonna put some fresh black pepper. You can use regular black pepper, it doesn't have to be fresh. I just like fresh. Oh, it's almost finished, I gotta add some more. I like to season my vegetables and then add the cabbage and broccoli and then season that again. And in here I'm putting some Everglaze. And remember, this is vegetable. This is a lot. So you want to make sure that you're getting as much flavor as possible. Okay? Oh, this is done too. Everything's finished. And then I'm going to add some adobo. Okay? And then you're going to mix that around. And you also want to flavor your coconut oil. Your coconut oil has flavor, but you also want to flavor it as well. You just want to flavor everything, guys. It's all about flavor and seasoning. If you're not seasoning your food, at the end of it, you can't wonder, well, how come my food doesn't taste good? Because you didn't season it, honey. Now, I have a little bit of chicken flavor soup mix that I'm going to add in here. You don't have to add that. And if you don't add it, it's gonna make it vegetarian. But if you do add it, of course, you're not gonna be vegetarian. They also have a vegetable one like this, a vegetable bouillon. You can add the vegetable bouillon in here, the beef bouillon. It doesn't matter. It just gives it a little bit more flavor. Okay. And it's not a lot, it's just a little bit. Saute that up. I'm going to add about a cup of water, maybe a half a cup to start. Let's start with a half a cup. No, let's put the whole cup. So you want to put some water. And the reason why you're doing that is because you want something for the broccoli and for the cabbage to steam. Okay, so we're going to bring that to a boil. Okay, guys, so everything has been boiling or bubbling. And again, taste. Take a little bit of your sauce, put it in the palm of your hand, and taste. Oh wow, that's delicious. Now we're gonna add our cabbage. Add your cabbage in a handful at a time. Okay, and your broccoli. Just add it in a handful at a time because, you know, it is a lot. What we're going to do for this is we're not going to mix this as yet. Okay, if you mix it right now, it's gonna go all over the place. It's gonna be pointless. Okay, take that big piece out. So you're going to just put all of the cabbage on top, and all of my cabbage did fit. I have a little bit left in here, and you're going to cover it. You see, the pot can barely cover. And you're just gonna cover it, and come on, pot, and leave it on low, like 4 or 3 on your stove. You leave it there for about 10 minutes. All right, family, so it's been simmering for about 5 minutes. And now we're gonna start to mix it up around. Oh man, this smells so good. You see how easier it is to mix it? Oh my gosh. And you push it to the top. From the bottom, and you push it to the top. That's the easiest way to mix this up. Oh my gosh. Guys, this looks so good, and I know it tastes even better. Okay guys, this is the final result. This is after it's been simmering for about 5 minutes, and that's all you need. You see how the broccoli is still nice and green, and all the vegetables are nice and vibrant, and the cabbage is still crunchy but soft, if that makes sense. And it's done. We will see you guys in the mukbang.